Hello everyone, nubkeks here, and welcome back to Nub Raids, where today it has gone live, the Sweethearts Path event, and I'm going to give you a full breakdown of this path and what you're going to need to do, what it is going to cost you. Alright, so from the top of the path, and we will be breaking this down as well, the entire path in Photoshop, including all the different paths that you can take through it. But as we flip through, you can see, and this is, I think, one of the nastier things about the path, unfortunately, that does make it cost it. Well, actually a pretty standard cost, to be honest, but it is just a bit of a pain. You do have to get 2 keys to get towards your 5 fragments. We've got 5 fragments on the left, which you can easily get to with a key behind it. We've got on the right-hand path, 5 fragments on the right with a key behind it that you can easily get to. So you can only skip 10 fragments total from this path, and there are 25. So to get the fusion, unless you have won a champion training or champion chase tournament and you've gotten extra fragments from winning a tournament, you'll have to come down both the left and the right, grab the 2 keys, open up this lock and grab this in the middle. I can show this to you visually right here. It's actually pretty simple, but like this. I think rarity charms are, for whatever reason, I guess rare. It's in the name. They are more rare than the rank charms, but this is the green path. Down the left, grab the fragments and the key. Down the right, grab the fragments and the key. Unlock the keys. In the middle, the lock, it's the only lock in the path. You can't really go wrong there. And get the 5 fragments there. And that is going to cost you 38,500 points. Now, how do we get points? You get points from 2 different ways. Getting artifacts and accessories, so gear hunters or dungeon divers as it was formerly known. And summoning champions from shards. These look to me to be the standard Heroes Path summon rates. I don't think any of the shards have got a boosted value, but let's jump in and let's grab a calculator over here. If we say 38,500, if we divide that by 4,500, you are looking at 8.5 sacred shards. Obviously, you would at most do 8 sacred shards and pick up some points from getting artifacts and accessories, or, you know, pull 6 or 7, get your artifacts and accessories, see if you make it up. Probably the smartest thing to do would be to grind artifacts and accessories first for the 3 days of the path, and then only pull your shards at the end. I believe the 15x events are persisting through the whole thing. Yeah, they are. So you can wait until the end to finish out shards, so you know exactly how many shards you actually need to pull if you're looking to be as efficient as possible. If we do the 38,500, in terms of void shards, which people might be doing, it's actually 51.3. 51.3 void shards. People might be doing this because, of course, Mr. Solinar himself is in there, which is really, really juicy. So you're looking at about just over, well, approximately 50 void shards. You might get away with 40, 45, plus some dungeon divers. Again, it's hard to say. But to get your 15 fragments to complete the Naldo fusion. Okay, so that is step number 1. The next path I would add on is, okay, Nub, what if I actually did not get all the fragments from every other event and I need all 25 in here? How much is that going to cost? Well, you're going to need to do these 2 yellow paths here. Again, there's nothing really to add to it. You just have to grab them all. One nice thing is that at least everything within these 2 yellow paths is, you know, pretty useful stuff. You're going to get 1 full epic craft. You're going to get some of your big oils and extracts, which is nice. You're going to get 1 full legendary relic craft, or, well, attempt, right? And yeah, you're going to get the 10 fragments. It's another 38,000 points, so it's basically double. So you're getting 10 more fragments for basically the same price as the 15. It is what it is. It'll be 76,500 total. And let's actually write this stuff in as we go. We'll put this in as 8.5 sacreds. And we'll put this in... actually, can we do square brackets? Yeah, we'll do square brackets just to differentiate it. Cool. Great. And then this one is... let's bring up the calculator. Let's double check. So we go... What is this? 76,500. I mean, it's probably about 16. Divided by 4,500 equals 17. 17 sacreds. Ah, yes. Double 8.5 would be 17, wouldn't it? Well, we'll shrink this up so it fits better at the end. Other paths that you could do. I think you've got the orange path. So with the orange path, This is saying, okay, I want the 15 fragments, but I also want to grab a soul. Simple enough for the orange path. The orange path, it's the cheapest is to do 10,000 points for a legendary tome. You could go for the 350 coins. I think the legendary tome is more useful to more players. And then grab the soul. You could pick either soul. I'm saying just grab the Noldua soul here. So this is someone just saying, I don't have Solinar, but I want to get the Noldua fusion done, and I want to get her soul. You're looking at plus 60,000 points, so 98,000. But I would actually adjust this slightly, but 98,500 divided by 4,500, we're looking at 21.8. Okay, so 21.8 sacreds. Oh, I mistyped, even though I was looking at the keyboard. That is embarrassing. Typing skills. Now, I would say, if you have a little bit of leeway in your points, what I would rather do, instead of this orange, I would rather do the purple path. So, the purple path is, instead of doing 10,000 points for a legendary book, I would rather spend one extra sacred, plus, a little bit of energy running some dungeons a couple of extra times, to get 50 mythic relic fragments. Those are extremely rare, and in particular, these mythical relics are event relics. They've never brought them back. They've said that they're going to bring them back, but here we are months later, and they've never brought any of them back, apart from the Forge Pass, which to me seems a bit odd that it is an event group. It should really be its own tab. I guess they're planning maybe a few more. They don't want people to scroll. I don't know. Maybe it looks different on mobile. I'm not sure. But the event thing, getting a chance towards getting a Diabolical Dice or a Tower Helm is actually really, really nice. I think Diabolical Dice is very good on champions like Carnage and will be particularly good in a Mercurial meta, because you can increase skills through Mercurial. So it's looking lovely. You need to build this basically on an attack nuker who is also building accuracy. It's a little bit rare, but there are some. Carnage is a classic example. The Tower Helm, and not just by attack nuker, I mean a crit-based attack nuker. I suppose, actually, like, you could put this on a bomb champion and give them some lockout. They gain the attack and accuracy is nice. They do more damage. Now, that would not help them at all. It does have 2 circular slots. I'm blocking it. It does have 2 circle slots for bomb. You know what? This actually would work pretty well on bomb champs as well. Okay. And then the Tower Helm it's a main stat speed relic, so it's obviously good. Simple enough. Every relic with main stat speed is top tier. His speed is just overpowered, basically, in Raid Shadow Legends. So, yeah, simple enough. So, yeah, I think the relic bits are really nice. Then I think this portrait is actually really cool as well. It's a beautiful portrait. So, I think this makes sense to me. So, this is, instead of 60,000, you're looking at 70,000. So, if we just, again, for the sake of it, let's figure this out as well. So, we're looking at 108,500 divided by 4,500. 24, so 3 more sacreds essentially along the way. I think that is worth it myself, but it is more of a luxury thing. So 24 point, what was it? I've already forgotten. 0.1. That's why it wasn't too important. 24.1 sacreds. And then finally, which is an interesting path in of itself, I would say, you've got the red path. So the red path is, Nub, I don't care about the fragments. I don't know. This is, Nub, I have bought 1 million shards in the last couple of weeks. I've already pulled Noldua and I've pulled Solinar. And I just want to get his soul, though, for whatever reason. But it's the shortest path to a soul. I think the right-hand path is slightly better. Legendary Chaos Ore instead of that. I think the Core Hammers, because they're going to be buffing the sets that you make with Core Hammer, Swift Parry, and Deflection, are going to become 9-piece variable sets sometime this year, early enough, they said. I think that's worth it. And obviously down here, again, if you could squeeze out an extra 5,000 points, I would really grab the mythical things instead. But this red path, just going straight for the soul, would be 78,000. So it's actually should be 17 point something sacred. So I mean, we'll work it out just for the sake of it. But what is it? 78,000. Bang on. Divide by 4,500. 17.3. Lovely. So that is 17.3 sacreds. Cool. And there we go. And if we take these, and if I just shrink them down so we can see everything, lovely. So this is your rough cost, and we'll slap on all the paths so you can see everything happening at once. And we've drawn basically your intestines or something. I don't know. Or a very droopy ball sack with the yellow. I don't know. What are the things? Hemorrhoids? Because of hemorrhoids happening? Oh, Lord. Anyway. So yeah, you're basically looking, if you're doing the fusion, it's about, again, you will supplement these with dungeon divers. You're going to get some points from that. And you can obviously bring in your other shard types as well. You don't have to do it all with one shard type. You can mix and match. You can do whatever. I suspect, like I said, probably a lot of people are going to be going for void shards. Let's see, like 4,500 divided by 750. 6. So you're basically looking at 6 times as much points. So again, instead of 8.5, it'd be 6 times that, which is whatever, the 51. Great. And so on. Instead of 17, yeah, instead of like, this is easier maths. Instead of like 22, you'd be looking at 132. Is that right? Oh god, never do maths live. I probably got it wrong. But yeah, you know, it's quite a lot of void shards on its own instead of the sacreds. But yeah, I don't know. It's certainly Kraken spenders. People who would buy void shards would probably be buying void shards to chase Solinar during this. I would say, like, even if you pull 100 void shards, you're not guaranteed. You would expect probably 1 void legendary out of that, but you might get unlucky, get none. You might get lucky, get a couple, but you're expecting maybe 1 out of pulling 100 void shards in a single 15x event. 1 or less, to be honest. And then the chance for it to actually be Solinar is pretty low. So you would realistically be looking at like 500 void shards plus to have, you know, more of a reasonable chance. You'd pull a couple of void legendaries, at least in a few void legendaries in that, you would hope. And the 15x starts upgrading. You've got a few goes of the dice. You know, you might eventually get there, but like 500 void shards, you're looking at over $1,000 for that. Yeah, so yeah, whatever, you do you, man. But I'm just gonna do it with the shards I have, I think. Thanks very much. But yeah, that's roughly how it's looking. So yeah, the green, sort of the minimum fusion investment is sort of expected. It's pretty much equivalent to a summon rush, slightly more expensive. But then again, because you're supplementing with dungeon divers, it's basically the summon rush for a fusion. The green, pretty expected. If you skip the other summon event, there you go. It's gonna cost you again, you know, about 9 sacreds more. It's a bit on the expensive side. So if you skip champion chase, you've done a little bit badly out of this, I would say. Not too badly, but maybe a little bit badly in terms of your shards. It would definitely be cheaper just to do the green path and not have to do yellow, but it is what it is. Then obviously orange, I'm adding that on to the green, the plus 60,000. That's added onto green. It's not added onto yellow. If you want to do orange, but you're doing yellow as well, you need to add on the 38,000 there. So you'd really be getting very expensive at that point. If you need 25 fragments and you want to get the soul as well, it gets very expensive. Broadly speaking, I don't think she urgently needs the 5-star soul. So I do feel like, I did a whole video talking about this yesterday. I do feel like it's something she can skip. I think it's quite interesting. It certainly helps her. It certainly helps her on her own. Without Solinar, she wants to build accuracy, so getting the accuracy from the 5-star is nice. It will make her tankier in faction wars, etc. But I think you could just buy her 1, 2, and then 3-star soul with Grey Essence for faction wars and be okay. Obviously, any champion you're planning to use in your main arena teams is worth typically getting a soul for, but it depends if you're definitely going to use her or not. She is good for arena, but she's not the best reviver, and is certainly noticeably weaker than Galathier or Theodosia, like the top end revivers. So, you know, if you're endgame or whatever, do bear that in mind. But she is very good. But yeah, this is a bit of a luxury soul. The 4-star is helpful for Chimera, so she doesn't get targeted by Ram. The 5-star is helpful for accuracy, but I don't think it's needed. It's not necessary, only if you're planning to use her a lot in arena. And the thing is, the 5-star really changes in value for Naldua if you have Solinar with her, because then she doesn't need accuracy, full stop. But the 5-star soul would open you up to potentially building her with really high resistance. Again, that's not something that you're necessarily going to do. It's certainly an option, but it's not necessary. You might, you know, just build her, just go, let's build her at more speed. That's something to bear in mind. If you do have her in Solinar, I would be looking to pick up both of these, which is going to be expensive. If you've got Solinar, well, I guess the question is, if you have Solinar, what should you do? If you have Solinar, I would pick up his soul above hers. It's more important, but I would try to pick up both of them because I think you're going to run the duo quite a substantial amount, and it's probably worth upgrading both to 6-star in like the next year, but it's crazy expensive. And like if we get a crazy good PvP fusion in March, which has been the standard, pretty likely you're going to want, like I got the 6-star for Armans. Armans is in a rough spot at the moment with, first of all, Wanda Submission, second of all, Mercurial now. But Fabian is still insane a year on. Like these March OP PvP fusions seem to be OP for like 1 to 2 years. And then Arman started to fall off. Fabian is still going hella strong. But they were both worth getting 6-star souls for. I'd expect a similar sort of thing for the upcoming March fusion. So that is the thing we will end on. There is an opportunity cost to going for these souls, which is, I would, we've had a crazy PvP fusion the last 2 years in a row. It's been really impactful to get their 5-star soul and then to save up and purchase with your red essence the 6-star soul for the bonus accuracy and speed. It's been very important for these champions. If we have the same thing this year, it's certainly not guaranteed. It's only a 2-year trend. They could easily mix it up. But if we have something similar, yeah, then you'd want to be prepared for that. And of course, we still have Assassin's Creed stuff coming, so which is almost guaranteed to be sold. Oh, you could also purchase coins if you want on whatever. It's cheaper than buying shards, but you don't get any champions out of the coins, obviously. And there you go. Let me know what you are planning to do. For me, I think I will be pulling for probably just the green path. I will think about the purple. Green path, maybe purple. I will probably just grab I'll probably do the nub path. The nub path, what I will probably do is green. And then I think I will probably do this. That's probably my minimum investment path. I am tempted to come and to do this as well. I will think about that, but I'm almost certain to get the mythical bits, and because I'm doing the green, and I would, for me, pretty happily spend 3 sacred shards to get 50 mythical fragments. Or maybe I'll do this with voids. I haven't decided. Will I do voids? Will I do sacreds? I haven't quite decided. Maybe I'll do void shards to chase Solinar. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'll do a shard pull video soon enough, maybe later today. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this path. Lots of interesting stuff happening. But yeah, there you are. I'll see you all next time. Phew, goodbye.